Welcome back. Oh my goodness, it's been a full week. Today is day 7 of my 30-day 10K month challenge. Oh my God. We made it to a week, y'all. Can y'all believe it? And so I'm so excited that you are here. Today, our theme is the 10K month identity shift. And our grounding scripture, and I'll say this again a little bit later, is as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So that's our grounding scripture for today. But before we get into all that, the fact that you are here, right? Whether you've been here, some of y'all are my day one. So if you've been here since day one, put day one in the chat. If you've been here since day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you just came today on day 7, I need you to put that number in the chat, right? And if you know me, you know that it doesn't matter whatever day that you joined this challenge, I am grateful that you have joined. I am appreciative of your presence. And what this tells me, even if you're coming back, even if this is your first day, your consistency is speaking louder than your words, right? The fact that you're being consistent and showing up, that says so much more. So I need y'all to just go ahead and congratulate yourselves. Put I congratulate me in the chat. And also want you to put that in the notes, in your notes. And if you've been here, you know you should have your notepad, your iPad, your pen, your pencil. Write down, I congratulate me. And as you all are going on your entrepreneurship journey, as you may be thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, it's going to require you, it's going to be necessary for you to take time to congratulate you. Right? You may not always get the hand claps and praise and celebrations from everybody else. It doesn't matter. As long as you got this hand, you got that hand, you can take one hand and pat yourself on the back. You can take your other hand and pat your own self on the back and congratulate yourself. All right. So drop your fire emoji in the chat if you are ready to level up in your identity today. Fire emojis over here. Let's see them. Let's see them. Let's come back over here. I'm looking for fire emojis. And if you come back and watch the replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. And I need y'all to do something else. I need to make sure y'all sharing. Share, 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 share. And listen and subscribe. If you are catching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to get more content related to what you've been seeing so far, please share and subscribe. All right. So, some of you are my day 7s, and I still love y'all so bad, just like my day 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. Right? So thank y'all for being here. And some of you are my day 7. Some of you are new here all together. So I'm meeting some of you for the first time, and you're meeting me for the first time. So my name is Dr. Tiffany R. Harris, the mindset architect for limitless success. I help women, entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, professionals, and speakers shift their identity, strengthen their mindset, and multiply their income through faith, through strategy, and through structure. And so, in a glimpse, in a nutshell, in summary, real quick, for purposes of this challenge, that is who I am, and that is how I serve the audiences who are connected to me. So, I found in scripture. Let's just jump right in. So I told y'all, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And that is coming from Proverbs 23:7. Okay. And let me just give you the translation of it. All right. So you don't earn at a level you want. Let me come over here and say that to y'all. You don't earn at a level you want. You earn at the level you are. You don't build based on your goals. You build based on your identity. And let me just go back because some of you are new here. So for some of you who are new here, you're probably saying, well, wait a minute. Dr. Harris, I've been seeing this promoted and this is the 10K month challenge. And I thought she was going to be talking about the 10K and how to get to the money, how to get to the bag. And this is part of that process of getting to the money and getting to the bag. This is the basics. This is the foundation. This is the root of it. And I think that a lot of men and women in business, they fall short and they're not successful because they get away from the basics. They don't have this foundation. They don't have this rebar that their business was built on and that it can stand on and be sustained on. Right. And so these are the building blocks. When they say build a house big brick by brick, I'm giving you the brick by brick blueprint that includes this mindset foundation. It includes this identity shift, right? So I just needed to put that out there for those of you who are new here, maybe some of you who needed a reminder because you've been here. All right. So you don't build based on your goals, you build based on your identity. Yeah. And you can desire 10K months. That's fine. But if you still see yourself as the woman or the man who doubts, who hesitates, who shrinks and overthinks, you will sabotage your results every single time. So that's why today we're going to be talking about an identity shift, a 10K identity shift. And we talked about old habits and old mindset yesterday. And I even think on day one, because we talked about Romans 12:2, there has to be a renewing of your mind. Shrinking and overthinking and limited beliefs cannot coincide with being fruitful and multiplying, right? So I need you to think of it as your identity is your income. Your income follows identity. So if you see yourself as unqualified, your business will reflect it. If you see yourself as, I'm just trying, I'll try to do better, I'll try to do more, I'll try to show up, your results will stay small. I need shift from trying to doing. Shift from trying to, I am showing up. I am going live at 10 a.m. I am writing that next chapter. Matter of fact, I'm working on it right now. In 5 minutes, I got to go. I got to hang up the phone. Can't talk to y'all no more. You understand? And so some of y'all may say, well, what does this have to do? Listen, people always ask me, how were you able to have your first 5-figure month? I'm trying to give y'all what it is that I've done. How have you been able to speak on stages in over 40 different countries in the past decade? I'm trying to give y'all my system. How have you been able to write an 8-week curriculum for schools and teachers and early childhood educate? I'm giving you the roadmap. And it's up to you to use and to apply it. I'm giving you the biblical principles and scriptures that I stand firm and solid on. Right? So continue with your identity. If you see yourself as unavailable for excellence, you will attract inconsistent clients. And if you see yourself as the woman or man that God has called, you will rise to your assignment. Right? People always say to me, well, Dr. Harris, you just always seem like you're so confident and you're never flustered or I just see you showing up and you just seem so unstoppable. And like, can I tell y'all something? It's because I've learned, I've grown, I've gotten to the place, I've leveled up to the place where I'm able to see myself as God sees me. Before I had a 5-figure month, I already believed in my mind that I would see a 5-figure month. So the feelings that came over me, I felt assured. I felt prepared. I felt ready. I felt confident. I felt unstoppable. And the actions, discipline, locked in, boundaries, work, late nights, early mornings. Your identity is the thermostat of your life and business. It sets the temperature and everything else aligns accordingly. Write that in your notes. My identity is the thermostat of my life and business. So your old identity has to go. No more thinking that you're unqualified. No more thinking that you're not good enough. No more thinking that you don't have what it takes. No more thinking that this industry is saturated, so there's no room for me. No more thinking that I'm too old. No more thinking that I'm too young, right? You cannot enter a 10K month season, right? Because it's not going to happen one time. Some of you are going to do 20, 30, I told 50K a month. Yet you cannot enter that 10K, 20K. You cannot enter that season with a struggling identity. There has to be a shift. I told y'all this book behind me is the first book that I self-published some years ago called From the Struggle to the Stage. And I'm not just up here talking to y'all about struggling with identity, struggling with low self-esteem. I'm not just talking to y'all about struggling thinking that I don't belong. I'm talking to y'all about somebody who actually struggles with low self-esteem. Yeah. Struggle with thinking I didn't have what it takes. Come on, I wrote a book about it. I wrote a book about struggling with lack. I wrote a book about struggling with income, not having any income, going from multiple streams of income to two incomes to one income to nothing. To a stage in my life when I've been able to speak on stage to sold out conferences, be a speaker coach to the masses, to help other individuals level up in their thinking, level up in their income, level up in their impact. I know what it's like to go from struggling with fear to a stage where my faith is so strong. It's unshakable faith, unmovable faith. Come listen, I'm not a preacher. I'm not, so let me just ooh, calm down. All right. So you cannot enter a 10K month, a 10K season struggling in your identity. You cannot enter a 10K month season with shrinking your identity. If you don't know, you listen, you better understand and know that you're the biggest, you're the baddest, you're the bestest there is. Like I said yesterday, to solve this problem. And again, it's not arrogance, right? It's confidence and it's the belief in who you were created and designed to be. That's what it is, right? It's the understanding that nobody can tell you anything different because God has already called you, approved you, stamped you, equipped you, qualified you, and all that. So why are you shrinking? Well, God has designed you to come to the forefront and get to the front of the line because He wants you to be next in line. But are you prepared? Right? So you can't enter a 10K month season with a fearful, right? I struggle with that. I was there. Ooh, even with asking for help, asking for resources. I struggle with that. That was never going to help me reach my first 5-figure month. That's not going to help you reach your first 5-figure month, right? This cannot be a season that you are operating in a doubtful identity. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's really going to work, and I don't know. God really going to do His bit here? No, not that's not acceptable. That's in this season, right? And so you cannot enter a 10K season with a broke thinking identity. Absolutely not. And this, I want y'all to stop saying I'm broke. I hear people say it all the time. Oh, I can't go out to the movies. Oh, I can't go out to dinner with y'all. Oh, I can't purchase this course. Oh, I can't invest in this mentor. Oh, I can't go to the Women Who Multiply experience because I'm broke. Stop claiming that. Stop putting it out there in the atmosphere. A couple of days ago, I said to you, there is power. Life and death is in the power of our tongue. Stop putting that out there and stop saying you broke. And I need you to go down and sit down and write down, list out all your gifts. What are all the things that people come to you for? What are they asking for your help with? What course can you create? What workshop can you facilitate? What book can you write? What digital product? You're not broke. Stop saying that. All right. Listen, God cannot maximize what your mind is mentally minimizing. You cannot become the woman or man of more while clinging to the habits of less. Write that down. I cannot become the man or woman of more while clinging to the habits of less. Okay. So, who you become matters more than what you do. Everybody wants strategy. Everyone wants the steps. Everyone wants the playbook, right? Everyone wants it. The strategy, the steps, the playbook. But here's the truth. Strategy won't work if your identity is weak. Some of y'all like, ooh, yeah. I said, ooh, too, when I wrote it. Strategy will not work if your identity is weak. Yeah. And again, this isn't an arrogance thing, and this isn't a boastful thing, and this is a I was built different thing. Why? Because God said so. Do you believe it? Right? Execution won't stick if the identity is unstable. You know, when there's strong winds and you see the trees and the leaves falling and they're going swaying back and forth. And so some of y'all, like, y'all shaky. Y'all shaky, y'all quivering. You're not sure. You're unstable. I need y'all to stop and stand firm with your feet planted, unmovable, unstoppable, unshakable. Your revenue won't grow if the identity is restricted. I know, I know. Y'all like, well, I think y'all starting to get it now. I think y'all starting to get, I think y'all starting to get the setup here. So I think some of y'all were just expecting a whole different layout for this 10K month challenge, right? But I'm glad for those of you who are getting it and you can appreciate this process, this information, right? God can't elevate the version of you that refuses to evolve. I have evolved over the last 10 years. I have evolved over the last 20 years. In just a couple days, I will be 45 years old. Hey, shout out to me. Listen, y'all can go ahead and put in your notes. Happy early birthday to me, December 11th. I do not have the same mindset, the same discipline that I had 10 years ago. Yes, I was speaking at schools 10 years ago. I was hosting events right in the living room of my home for women 10 years ago. Yes, I was speaking on virtual stages from country to country 10 years ago. However, I had to still evolve. I had to put systems and strategies in place so that I can receive the more, right? So that God could elevate me. I wanted to evolve, right? But if you don't want to evolve, God, there's no room for him to elevate. So your identity is the internal shift that creates the external results. Write that down. My identity is the internal shift that creates the external results, right? So let's talk a little bit about the 10K month identity shift framework. And so these are 3 identity shifts required for 10K months. Okay. So make sure you're writing this down. Identity shift, the first one, from doer to decision maker. Right? So you're no longer doing everything. You are deciding strategically. I tell people, and I've said this on here, I've said this before, I don't show up everywhere. I don't go everywhere. I don't talk to everybody. Again, it's not arrogance. It's not because I'm standoffish. It's because I'm built different and designed by God for more So I have to be in alignment. You are built different. You have to be in alignment. You can't go into those places that you used to go. You can't do those things that you used to do, right? I can't go into the clubs that I used to go in. Why am I wasting my time in the club until 2 o'clock in the morning? When I talk about late nights, early mornings, late nights for me now consist of me finalizing my proposal for the schools and early childcare educators so that I can get my 8-week curriculum into their facilities, into the school districts, right? So I'm deciding strategically. So we talked about being a good steward, right? Yesterday, not over just our money, but of our time. So the second identity shift from employee to CEO. I said this yesterday. Some of you are operating your business as a hobby. Some of you, like Dr. Kala says, the chancellor of Good Life Christian University, where I sit on the board as the president. Ooh, ooh. So some of you are doing business, not business, right? So I'll need you to shift from the employee of your business to the CEO of your business. And God is your business partner, right? So with that shift means you don't wait for instructions like the employee does, right? You create them in partnership with God. You build structure, discipline, and systems. The third identity shift from self-doubter to God-assigned leader. Put that in your notes. I am a God-assigned leader. That means you operate from calling, not insecurity. You make decisions based on God's direction because y'all in partnership, not people's reaction. No, that will slow you down, take you back, hinder you every single time when you wait on the opinions and perspective and thoughts of others. What God say, right? What he tell you to do? So these three things will change everything, everything. Your 10K month is going to require a new standard. And so I want you to step into a new identity. Stepping into your new identity means new standards. So I want you to see yourself as that 10K month woman or a man who has higher boundaries. No is a complete sentence. And again, you don't have to be. I was listening to Sarah Jakes Roberts and her husband one day, and she was talking about a conversation that her husband had. And one of the things that he said in business, in ministry, in life, it's not that you're being rude, because we never want to be rude, right? We always want to be kind and patient and meek and humble. So we never want to be rude. But he said that you will have to be shrewd. Because people need to know, just because we're about God's business and we're kingdom men and women, that don't mean that they can take advantage. That don't mean that they can suck up our energy and suck up our time, right? And take advantage. And so we want to be shrewd, set higher boundaries. No, I'm not available to come to that workshop. No, I'm not available to come to the party. No, I'm not going to the club. But I mean, here's the thing. If people know your new identity, they know that you are a new person created. Old things are passed away from your mind, your behaviors, where you show up, they wouldn't even ask you to go to the club. However, some people do. They want to keep you back in 1999 and don't understand that you've evolved and you're a different person in 2025. But this is going to require you to set higher boundaries, right? Even boundaries with your family is healthy boundaries. So if you know that you have blocked off time to work on a project, to work on the next chapter, to put your systems in place, 10 to 12, let the family know, husband, daughter, son, mama, sister, brother, hey, 10 to 12, don't don't ring my phone, and just know if you do, I'm not going to answer because I'm committed to this assignment. I'm focused, I'm locked in. I'm creating this system. I'm being strategic about aligning my plans and my next steps based on what God has told me to do. I can't talk to y'all right now, right? So these new standards is going to require higher discipline, right? And so yes, we can put the dates, we can put the time blocking on the whiteboard, we can put it on our calendar, we can put it on our phone, but the discipline is what's going to keep us planted in that seat, planted in that office, planted at that desk, planted at the computer, and doing what we need to do. And some people always think that they need motivation, 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 motivation. But what you need is discipline, discipline, discipline. Discipline is when it doesn't feel good, you still getting up. When it looks foggy, you still pressing forward. When it seems uncomfortable, you still going and trusting the process, right? So this new standard will also require higher consistency. Hey, I told y'all we on day 7, 30 days, I'm locked in. I'm showing up. Higher standards, higher decision making, higher faith. The word tells us all we need just to get started, to help us move, to help us believe, is faith the size of a mustard seed. That's it. I always tell people, you take a pen and just boop, little dot on your finger. Mustard seed, very, very tiny. But you plant that mustard seed, but as long as you keep watering it with these principles, with your systems, with structure, with discipline, that mustard seed is going to grow and it's going to sprout and it's going to flourish, right? So you're going to grow in your faith. These new standards will require higher effort. Some of you have not seen 10K months because you're not putting in 10K effort. You're not putting in 10K consistency. You're not putting in 10K discipline, 10K boundaries. It's going to require 10K effort. You got to do more if you want to see more. Faith without works is dead. These new standards will also require higher stewardship. And again, it's not just about steward of your money. So your standard is the soil your next level grows in. So it's up to you. Okay. So here's the action steps for today. I want you to write this down. What identity do I need to release? Yeah. What identity do I need to release? Write that down. This is today's action step. It's your homework. Yeah, you're getting homework. You mess around with me, you get homework. Because I believe in talking about implementation, right? In immediate and consistent implementation, it's going to yield results. All right. So, what identity do I need to release? And then, who is the woman or man God is calling me to be in this season? And I want you to describe her, describe him, right? How he speaks, how he or she moves, how he decides, how he or she executes, how he or she shows up, thanks, praise, describe her, describe him. How does she handle pressure? How does he or she handle opportunities? Your identity becomes your blueprint. That's our day 7, y'all. That's all I got for you. That's all I was given for you for today. And so I need y'all to make sure again that you have been sharing this live. Make sure that you are telling somebody about this. If you have not gone over to my website, go to my website so that you can upgrade to VIP or platinum if you want to get the full gamut, the full experience, and get more out of this challenge. You can go to tiffanyharris.net, click the link that says 30-day 10K challenge. And remember, early access will be opening soon for the Women Who Multiply experience taking place April 2026. Again, this is not an event. I didn't want to call it an event. I told my team I don't want to call it a conference. This is a kingdom multiplication activation for women who are ready to step in more. So, more to come about that. So, if you're ready to shift your identity to match your assignment, I want y'all to type, I am her. Write in your notes, I am her. I am him. And tomorrow's day 8. Systems that produce overflow. We're going to be coming from Proverbs 16:3. This one, I'm telling y'all, this one will set your business up for consistency. All right. So don't miss it. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 8 and bring somebody with y'all. Take care.